Hey everybody, it's Creeper here. I haven't uploaded a video in a while on this channel, but I figured if I'm gonna play games again, now's probably a better time than any. I am bringing Disturbed today. I don't remember playing this before, but apparently I've got achievements. So I'm gonna play it again, but this time on video, because why not? Let's get started. Another dull day passes. You struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You're going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. This is a humble home and very dead plants. I'll go in the house. I want to see my humble home. Entering the house, you feel a subtle unease, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. That doesn't seem safe. That candle there. Chest? You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. Why am I storing... Ooh. Wait! You found your lucky charm! It is rumored to protect those who wander around for too long. Yay! I wander a lot. That's perfect. What's in my journal? Dear Journal, another usual day at the farm. On the farm. Beth Ann is also doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. Okay, cow. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment... Well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Dear Journal, I woke one night to find a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip to the city to see what this is about. Well, that was a little helpful. Oh, I don't want to lay down. I'll go back outside. Okay, so with that in mind, can I even get into my shed? Nope. Can't remember what I did with the key. Yeah, that figures. And it doesn't seem like I can click anything either, so I guess to the crops. Unless it's under my pillow. Can I go back? A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away, and time is running short. Do decaying plants have a smell? I don't actually know. I want to go back to the house. I actually do want to lay down for a minute. And hopefully not instantly fall asleep, which is more than likely to happen. Lay in bed. You lay in your bed and fall asleep. Yep, goddammit. To the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. Oh no! You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you. A stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach toward the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away like dust in the wind. Oh God, the particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your very body. You feel pain you have never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. So, that was the worst mistake I could have made. Let's go again. I do still want that pendant. And in an open chest. Give me that. Back outside. Crop time. Path divides, path short. pen, path, pen, path, pen, path, pen. Okay. Oh, my cow. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. That can't be good. I feel like if I touch a mushroom, I'll die. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. Yep. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly, your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. I knew it. Let's go again. Water. You inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Yeah, I'm not touching another mushroom. We're out of here. Follow the path, I guess. It's the other way to go. You continue down the trail for a while, until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Would I hide a key in a cave? There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. Misty in here. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Cave. Bear! Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful could be in here. I don't know if I can actually run from a bear. I'm definitely not winning against a bear. Run! The moment you turn around, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking the loose stones about the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Well, you make it to the trail, then the bear catches up to you, tackling you to the ground. You scream in pain as the bear rips you apart. Your adventure ends here. I'm gonna fight the bear! Fight! Scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. Yeah, I'm still dying. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites into your neck. Your body quickly goes limp, and you die. Your adventure ends here. Path. Continue down the path. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. What's in the wagon? You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. Give me! Gimme. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you recall. Maybe he's home? Shack. Knock on the door. Scratch the back of your head, figuring the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and you use it on the door. The key goes here. You decide to help yourself in. Don't mind if I do. What do you have, old chum? Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. He is dead. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. He is definitely dead. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. There's a trapdoor. I want to inspect the book. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. He's already dead anyway. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me on the conclusion of our day. Apparently, there's a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about it, then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I have lost nearly everything I owned. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. No kidding. What's in the trapdoor? There's a lock. With the key, I unlock it. It is the same key that I got in with. Without thinking, you travel downward. Sure do. Oh no! I don't like that. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. Why does he have a corpse? You notice immediately that there's a woman chained to the wall. No kidding. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. Is she also dead? You feel darkness surround you as you stay in this awful place. Hello, woman. Are you dead? You tremble as you try to find words in your mouth. You there. Let me out of here. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. Take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Random, what I can only assume is dying lady in a basement who won't tell me why she's here, and so far I've died from simply laying down. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns toward you. Ah! I will now do you a favor. God damn it! What seemed to be the face of a helpless woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. You feel the chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body, and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. Son of a... Well, here we go again, I guess. Cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. Fantastic. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. Should I? You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. This feels like a trap. Both of these feel like a trap. I feel like if I pick at the grass, it's going to give me a paper cut or something and I'm just gonna die. If I take a nap, I've already died from sleeping once. I don't like this. I'm gonna pick at grass. As you pick at the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots form from below, sprout from the ground, and wrap around your legs. You turn around to see a large angry face looking back at you. Why? Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes your tongue as the tightening grip of the roots squeeze what air is left out of your body. Your adventure ends here. I knew it. I knew that'd be bad. Something was gonna... God. Well, I guess I'll take a nap. Give me my fucking pendant. Nap. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder whom this might be. A bad feeling then overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. I'm awake. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? This is where I save. I have been wandering for so long. Left or right? Left or right? Left. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass, up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. A path. What trail? There's a trail? Is this the trail? Which way do you go? Oh no. Fuck it, I'm curious. I want to see that's down the trail. You follow the subtle trail in the grass. You stumble upon what looks like a grave. It has a sword. Inspect the grave. You approach the grave. You look at the sword with intrigue. I want the sword. I don't want the sword! Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword. May I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire this sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in darkness. Do I want to die here? Grab the sword. You reach for the sword. Before you can lay a finger on it, the spirit grabs your arm. A sharp pain flows over your body as your flesh melts off your bones. What fragments remain fall to the ground. Your adventure ends here. Yeah, that figures. Okay, well, I will back away from the sword, I guess. You listen to the specter and leave the sword. The figure fades out of view. Just continue on. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. Lake trail, lake trail, lake. You step near the lake and look down into it. Ooh! Resting underwater is an orb of some sort, sitting on the bottom of the lake. I want it. There is something strange about it. It is as if it were calling out to you. It sure is. Give me. Give me. You close your eyes and jump into the lake. Gimme, 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 gimme. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start to make your way toward it. Oh no! A large fish comes into view. It quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. Fuck, that's a big mouth. You try to leap for the surface, but the fish catches up to you. You quickly find yourself helpless before the creature. You close your eyes as the giant fish rips your body apart with its teeth. You die a very painful death. Your adventure ends here. That's what I get for being greedy. I no longer want to... Well, actually, I do still want to go there in case there's, like, switches and stuff. Okay, I'm leaving. Now is probably not the time. Correct. Continue along the trail. The faint trail comes to an end. There's a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. Pillars. You stand before the large stones, arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed here. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. That's fair. Field. I die so often. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. A unicorn! As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Aw. Surely the unique powers of unicorn can help you with your quest. But there's clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. The faint trail comes to an end, blah 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 blah. Okay, well, I probably could have waited to save, I guess, but if I'd known there was a unicorn there, I probably would have saved anyway, because I would have thought it would scare me. Go back. And go back again. So, it looks like a grave, go back. Which way? Down the path. That's the only way to go now. You walk for some time to find an endless field of grass. There's a stone well near the path. Well. Ooh, a coin? You peer down the well. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there's a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel I should go down and take the coin. I don't have anything to get myself out with. I'm still gonna try and grab the coin. You lean over the edge of the well. Bleh. There is no possible way you can obtain the coin by reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn and climb down along the inner wall of the well. You take a few successful steps down, but your luck runs out. You misplace your foot, and you fall. Tumbling about, your body clashes against stone walls. With a single knock on the head, you lose all consciousness of your accident. With a splash, you fall into the water. Your body sinks effortlessly, and you drown without realizing it. Your adventure ends here. Or does it? I'll just continue. Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramor. Several times a year, you come here to trade goods from the farm. I have nothing to trade right now. You discover the plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight. There's only one way to go, and I don't want to go back. You have come a long way. You don't desire to turn back now. Correct. You march forward into the tainted soil. Oh. Before you can realize what happened, you sink completely under the ill soil. Darkness consumes you, and your lungs struggle for air. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure ends here. Go back. Go back. Time to go right. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. Tree. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in it. You look and see something shiny in the hole, as if it were metal. Metal! Feeling around with your hand, you find 3 knobs, one on the right, one in the middle, and one on the left. I put my hand in there without a choice! That's not fair! Press the knobs. I'm gonna press the left knob. Middle knob. Right knob. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. Must be some sort of combination. I'll have to come back to it then. Gate. You approach the gate cautiously. Enter. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the birthplace of a spreading plague. There's a fountain before you, with statues on your right and left. Why can't I see them? There's a lot in here. So this is my end goal, I guess. Because everywhere else is death, currently. Tower, fountain, statue. Left statue first. You see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with one finger pointed up toward the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. Yes, I do. Right? Worse. Before you stands an old angel statue that is broke in many areas. With one hand, the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering over the bowl. You notice that there is only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. I have an idea. Oh! A horrifying figure glides through the air. It doesn't seem to notice you, and it passes on by. Maybe a matter of time before it notices you. I don't like that. Anyway, tree. Give me knobs. Left. Right. Middle. Damn. Okay. I guess back. I should have probably inspected the fountain first. Inspect the fountain. Dark haze about the fountain, but the water is black, and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull toward the fountain, as if it were calling for something. Odd. Enter the tower. You approach the door. As you reach for the doorknob, an invisible barrier stops you. Must be some sort of magic. Damn it! This is the only other place to go! I guess I try combinations until something works. Wait! Ahaha! You hear the rumbling of rocks as the ground starts to shift underneath you. If I had just realized I could do it multiple times, I am so dumb. Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. Oh, this might have been bad. The hole above you seals up, trapping you underground. You find yourself with no evident way out, but the path before you into the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward. Fuck. You see 3 separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose? I'm gonna save first. Left. You cautiously make your way through the darkness. You come to a split in paths. Which way do you go? Why again? I'm going left again. You move forward into the darkness. Oh. Left. Right. You struggle forward as the way before you becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance, and you continue to make your way forward. I've reached somewhere. Eventually you make it into some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that it wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing in the room, you decide to move on through the doorway. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn around about to discover that each direction there's a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and the corners of the room. You notice that there are several markings on the doors and floor, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Yes, I do. I'll inspect the supplies first. You walk about the room, browsing through the dust-covered storage. Rope. Feels strong to the touch and has minimal wear. Awesome. I wish I could leave. I don't like the look of what I'm assuming is the right door, so I'm gonna go left, and that one's broken. So yeah, I'm going left. What? Move forward in the darkness. God damn it! Alright, go left, go right. Just leans back around. Dumb fucking... Can I check the supplies again? Damn. Alright, middle door. Something in there. You enter a room full of metal cages. Before you is a hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages surely did not like to be locked up. Considering at least 2 look very broken, I'd say so. You notice that there is an animal in the cage on the left of the room, but from the dark stains on its fur, it is dead. You cautiously walk down the hallway, entering a room with 2 cell doors. Ugh! Before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. Realizing that you were not prepared for a moment like this, you slowly back away toward the other room. To your dismay, the dog follows your every movement. Ow! Before you can do anything, the dog leaps forward at you. You don't survive long and die a painful death. I didn't have a choice! How glad I am that I loaded... So middle just leads me directly there. I have no other choices. I guess I'll go left. There's more on the hole. Did it really... Are both ways that? Behind me. Oh, that works apparently. Walk up the steps. Large room there is polluted with dust and spider web covering the walls and ceiling. Where should you go now? Up, down, far door. I just came from downstairs, I think. I'm gonna go to the far door first. Door struggles to move, but you enter into what appears to be a spider's den. I regret. I regret immediately. The air is thick, and the room is a mess of web and body parts. You notice that there are a couple items in the room that could be useful. If nothing else, there's a key on the ground that you will no doubt need. Before you can even act, a large spider falls from above. You have no doubt that it is hungry. Without hesitation, the spider attacks you. With nothing to defend yourself, the spider quickly bites you. You begin to lose all feeling all over your body, and everything goes black. Sam doesn't save you in this story. What does that mean? Alright, well, load. I guess I'll go upstairs. You discover what looks like a private library. There is a passageway before you with bookcases on the left and right. Browse books, why not? This looks familiar. You take a moment to look at the books. Some of them catch your eye. Ooh. Rituals of the Ancients. Deception by Music. I've forgotten. I want to read all of them. Can I read all of them? Rituals of the Ancients. You flip around until something grabs your attention. Pillars of Stone. Doesn't that sound familiar? Years before what? Years before current times, there were unique religious practices that had revolved around the Stonehenge. It is said that these stones are lined up in a special way and often organized in a circular pattern. Organizing the stones this way unlocks an ancient power researchers still have trouble understanding. In the middle of the circle would be a stone or two for the keystone to rest on. This is the great mystery of this ancient practice. From ancient records, it is written that the energies from the surrounding stones channeled their power into the keystone. You stop reading because the next page of the book has been torn out. Damn it. And God lets me read all of them. Deception by Music. Bent page marking a section of the book. I will gladly turn to that. The art of charming is not necessarily limited to the instrument, but how the musician goes about playing given instrument. Some are definitely easier to use than others, and for a skill such as this, there are a few instruments recommended. The harp is one of these recommended instruments. From vicious dogs to shy unicorns, the soothing voice of the harp can calm the troubled heart. Of course, not all creatures can fall for the simple trick, but it can mean the difference between life and death in some situations. So before I go try to find the unicorn or that dog again, I should try and find a harp. A harp is what I need. Okay, forgotten power. Flipping through the pages, there's one in particular that has ink markings all over it. Raw energy is a powerful substance, not to be trifled with. It is merely myth that such energies exist. One does not simply stumble upon a pillar of godly power. Even if such a fate is yours, bare hands cannot contain the force. It must be bent and channeled into a specially crafted vessel to carry it. There have been accounts across time of individuals possessing such power. Although they pass away as sand, their relics of power remain as powerful artifacts that nations around the world would fight for. These are good things to know. I'm glad I read those. Wait, no, yes, actually. Move forward. What's up the stairs? You enter a strange room with a large globe centered about the room. There are windows that let light shine through. That's what that is. You notice that there is a chest resting against the wall to the right. What do you mean? You also notice that there is another passageway, unlike the previous room. Oh, like the previous room. Chest? Approaching the chest, you notice there's a lock. Damn it. Okay, so that's what the spider. Globe. Study the globe attached to the floor surface. The craft is made of metal, and there is fine detail in the grooves. There are various markings and names scattered across the globe. It takes you a moment, but you find a marking of where you are. Aramore. You notice that there are some hand-drawn markings within the area, made with black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author of these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings in other areas around the globe. I can't inspect it any further, so I guess I go forward. Climb the stairs to find a wall ending your path. Above the end of the stairway is a hatch. Ooh, gimme. You open the hatch and pull yourself up. Please tell me it leads back outside. You've made it to the top of the tower. Damn it. Before you is a stone of power resting upon an altar of rock. Dark veins have entangled the structure, as if they were feeding off the energies of the stone. Why do I feel like I'm about to die again? Your body begins to tremble as you stand before the stone. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone is sapping away your energy. Destroy it or leave it. I'm trying to destroy it first. This may be your only chance. You approach a stone and grasp onto it. That's a horrible idea. You lose sight and feeling immediately as your hands become glued to the stone. Your life is drained from your body. Only bones remain to testify of your death. Yeah, that figures. Load. I'll leave it. Try and begin to exit through the hatch. To your surprise, you find it difficult to focus. Ow! You hit on your head and tumble down the stairs like a rag doll. With a broken neck, you struggle to live, only to die moments later. What? Everywhere's death! Fuck. Okay, well, here. Leave. Downstairs. And downstairs again. Oh, wait, no, I can go outside? I can go outside this whole time? Let me out of here. I have a rope. I have something to do with this rope. Left. Down the path. Well. Yes, you pull out the rope you found earlier and fasten it to the well. Climb down with ease and obtain the coin. You struggle to pull yourself up out of the well, but you do so successfully. You then loosen the rope and store it away. I have 1 coin richer. What can I use a coin for? Is now the question. What's forward again? Ah. Right. Yeah, I don't want to go there. Unless? Hold on. See if... maybe? No. Okay, well... I have a coin now. I wish there was some way to check my inventory. Go back. Would the ghost like a coin? Only something of a pure essence can free me, a rare hope like a flower found in darkness. Right. Maybe I can distract the fish with the coin. Probably not. It only gives me the choice to dive in. No. It is... yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Well, I can't go any further back. The hell do I do with this coin? You know what? I didn't go into that one door. Man, that's annoying. I am underground. Going forward. Go left. Monstrous vision pierces through the fog again. Goosebumps spread across your body as you watch it fly by. Moving on. Going right. Continue forward. The fact that I saw that vision again means I'm probably doing something correct. I have not gone to the right door. Let's go to the right door. You enter a small room. There's a large cauldron in the center of the room with wood resting beneath it. There's nothing on the shelves, as if someone cleaned this place out. You look into the pot, find nothing in it. Huh. I wonder if I try a different direction. There will be something that needs it. Okay, what if I go forward? Oh! Okay, yes, this is different. Right. Oh no! An eye appears before you as its gaze pierces the darkness. Before you can do anything, tentacles burst from the ground and grip your body. It pulls you about, but you resist as much as you can. Not sure what you can do, you continue to resist until you can think of something. Your body begins to grow weak as your strength burns away. You suddenly feel yourself pulled to the ground, and you are dragged about like a rag doll. It's not long before the creature devours your body, leaving nothing behind. Okay, I probably can't go down either path until I find something to kill that thing. Alright, left. We'll go right this time. Or, yeah, right. Divides. We'll go left. Oh, different. Left? Damn it. Okay. So go right, go left, go right. Yes, different. As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake, with debris scattered about the surrounding area. Inspect the ship. The air is chilling, and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. Climb aboard the ship. maybe there's a harp. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. Ugh, creaky. You move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take feels heavy as you hear the sound of the wood cracking under your feet. You feel the ship has been here for quite some time. You explore into the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce about the structure of the ship. Oop, there is something. From one room to another, you come to discover a kitchen. Although there is nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it. Drawers, oven, drawers, oven, drawers, oven, drawers. You pull one out after another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads about the air as you disturb their rest. Checking underneath, you discover, ooh, rusty knife resting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotting the edge of the wall. A knife! Oven. Lone pot resting upon a dusty stovetop. Gaze downward, open the oven door. Nothing but ash. Fill the oven chamber. Close the oven door. Well, I got a knife. Continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. Discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided. You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rests an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There's a small bed off near the corner of the room, and some chairs in the other. You have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything. Other than the lamp and other objects, there's a small stack of papers in contrast to a lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the paper resting on the desk. Considering it specifically said that disturbing it may have problems, the loan document. Notes to the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone is being split up into groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find a more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. Stack of papers. Peering about the edges of the collective pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes or journal entries. Pick a few and begin to read. Day 7. The voyage has gone quite smooth as we begin our second week away from home. The spirits of the men are quite high as we anticipate the discovery of new lands that lie beyond our documented knowledge. It has been my dream to accomplish something world-changing. Together we can move forward with full hearts and unbreakable spirits. Day 66. It has been just over 2 months out at sea, and we have yet to discover anything new. We have suffered through many storms, and sickness has plagued the ship recently. Several of my favorite crew have passed on to the next life. I see the growing doubt in the eyes of my fellow laborers as our voyage continues day after day. Food rations have been cut in half, and fears that we may have to turn back. I dare not let myself think of failure. Those men who have lost their lives, sacrifices to make this voyage possible, I cannot let them be in vain. Day 91. It has come to roughly 3 months out here on the endless blue. With much pain, we have turned around. Yes, we are headed for home port. We have just enough food to make it back. I just hope we have a smooth journey back. The spirits of the crew are low and bitter due to our failure. I do not let myself get caught up in the thinking of it. Truly, we did not intend for this to happen. Seeing that there's little left to see, take your leave. Exit the vessel. Make your way back to where the tunnel divides. 2 paths. Left. Back to the divide. Okay, so I have a knife, and I have a coin. I have a knife and a coin. I know I can't go that way. There's nothing else that way. This is the only way to go. I know there's a spider. Maybe I can kill the spider. Go left, go right. Continue forward. Okay, I think there was a pot in that one. Behind me is upstairs, middle door. Oh no, the dog was here. Fuck. I do have a knife though. Knife was a bad idea. Okay, not that way, I guess. Let's try that again. Go Left. Right. Forward. Back, I guess? Okay. Far door. Maybe. Yes, far door has spider. Spider. Knife! Knife doesn't scare the spider and it bites you with ease. I still die. Damn it. Okay. What's the point of my knife? Why do I have a knife if I can't kill anything? Maybe I do kill the spider thing? You. I want to go left. Stop me. Stop me if you can. I have a knife. I cut away the appendages. The room vibrates as you do cut, and the creature immediately leaves you alone. Yes! Okay, I am going left. Fuck you. Fuck! I need to go right. Going right. Path you walk comes to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. A flower! The light rests on a corpse that seems to have been here for quite some time. Near the corpse stands a lone flower. For some reason you feel hope enter your heart as you gaze upon the flower. Sure, the flower will ease the pain of the specter. You approach the flower and carefully pluck it from the ground. There is something special about this flower. Light continues to pierce through the darkness from opening above. Surely this gives you some hope that all is not lost. Seeing that there is nothing else for you here, you turn around. I know what to do with this. Yes. Ghost appears before you. Without hesitation, you reach for the flower to give it to the spirit. The spirit grabs the flower from your hand as you extend it to him. Gone. You feel a subtle breeze blow by as the figure fades away with the flower. A faint whisper dances about the air. I am free. At last. You feel a sense of relief within you, and you reach for the sword. Yes, I now wield a special sword. I'm gonna get back there first. I wonder if I can kill the fish with the sword. Dive in. I want to see if I can stab a fish. You grab your sword and hold it close, pointed at the fish. Swims at me with haste. Just as it gets in range, you thrust the sword in the top of the mouth. The sword penetrates and goes through the forehead of the fish. It struggles about in pain as blood filters through the water. Pull the sword out, and the fish retreats out of sight. You doubt it will live long. With the fish no longer a threat, you make your way to the orb. Yes! Holding it in your hands, you feel it vibrate as if there was energy inside it trying to break loose. This must be important. You exit the lake with the orb in your possession. Hell yes. Continue along the trail. I know where to put this orb. Stand before the stone pillars arranged in the shape of a circle. Remember the orb you found on the floor of the lake nearby. Yes. Place the orb into the slot carved into the center rock. The stones that surround you begin to glow. The light radiates and grows brighter. Oh no, what has happened? With a flash of light, your surroundings change. Oh god, where am I? I might have done that too soon. The ground no longer is grass. The newly discovered floor appears to be very old, as if crafted by somebody long ago. Rubble and stone near the edges of the platform also hint that this is an ancient place. Looking onward, at the end of the pathway, is a fountain of light. There seems to be no beginning or end, an endless power steadily flowing. You are amazed at such a sight, correct? Can I leave? I'm approaching the light. Light intrigues you. Rays of light brush about you, as if they are seeking to break away from its home. You feel the energy flow into you, but you struggle to contain it. Your body begins to glow immensely, and you burn from the inside out. You are blinded by the flow of power, and you dissolve before it. Your body becomes disintegrated by the light. Damn. Okay, well, I'm glad I saved there. Leave. Now seeing what secrets these stones contain, you know you can come back at a later time. You pick up the orb. Oh. With the orb back in your possession, you walk back toward the trail. I can keep it with me. Okay. Well. Time to go back and stab some shit. Not left. Left is where I was. Go back. Oh! Without any chance to act, ghoulish horror falls upon you and attempts to grab you, but an invisible force propels it away. The monster vanishes. It seems you do have a little luck after all. Ha! And I'm gonna go kill me a spider. Or can I? I hope so. Left. Forward. Far door. Please tell me I can kill this thing. Over and over again you stab the monster. Each time it squeals in pain. Yes! Bye-bye, spider. The spider flees into the darkness overhead. You hear it motioning about, possibly to strike again. You notice the key on the ground close by your feet. Before more trouble happens, you quickly grab the key and make it for the door. Yes! I don't remember where the key goes, but I have a key! If you got what you need, there's no reason to go back in that room again. Correct. Upstairs? Forward. I've already browsed all the books. Strange room. There is a chest here. That's what I want. Okay. Approaching the chest, you notice there's a lock fastened to it. With the key you found earlier, try it on the lock. The lock clicks loose, and you open the chest. Yes. A small wooden harp. Give me. Take the harp and close the chest. Yes. Back downstairs. Awesome. I got a harp. Go downstairs. I got a harp. Downstairs again. I got a harp. I'm going in the middle door. I have a dog. I got a dog to make it calm. You pull out the harp and begin to pluck at the strings. The hound begins to wag its tail. Yes! Perfect! To your surprise, the beast walks away, as if it were charmed by the harp. You never gave it much thought how powerful music can be. With the dog now dealt with, because I have a harp, I'm going to the left. Open the door to find a skeleton positioned in the corner of the room. There's also a bed and some chains attached to the wall. You have no doubt this individual was locked up for a long time. Inspecting the skeleton, you notice a ring on one of the bone fingers. Give. Can I have? There's a faint glow of light emanating from the ring, as if it were magical. You may find such a ring useful. You take the ring and put it on with a perfect fit. Totally is not me. Seeing that there is nothing of interest here, you leave the cell. What's in the right cell? I'm gonna save first, actually, just in case whatever is in the right cell tries to murder me. What's in the right cell? Wooden table on its side, some debris on the floor, and a large hole in the center of the room. I'm going in the hole. This is a horrible idea. Passage underground. Unfortunately, all you see is fallen rock blocking the way. Well, that's fine. I have a harp. That's what I care about. I have a harp. And a ring, I guess. Alright, I want to go back upstairs. Because I want to go outside. And I have a unicorn to charm that definitely will not stab me immediately. I'm gonna save here. So hopefully when I get there, if it does decide it hates my harp playing and decides to murder me, I'm still roughly in the area I probably need to be. Yes, the unicorn comes into view and stops before you. The unicorn glares at you and begin to hear a faint voice in your head. Human, have ear for my words. A great evil has gripped these lands, and it has rendered me powerless. You must find some way to stop it. I wish I could help you, but without my full power, I can do little. The fate of this land depends on you. Before you can speak, the unicorn turns and runs off again. You realize that you are alone to complete this quest of yours. This is no longer about saving your farm. You must save the whole world from the spreading darkness. You turn back as you question what you should do next. Well, that was a waste of time. It can't help me, and it didn't give me anything to help with. But while I'm here, I wonder if my my ring can help me with this at all. Yes, you remember the ring you have found and point it toward the light. Your hand trembles as light flows into it. Before you can think, the ring begins to burn and you stumble back. The light shines brightly from the ring. You notice a subtle warmth to it as you observe. You feel that you accomplished what you must do here. Yes! Maybe, now that I have light in my ring, I can go to town with my coin. I want to go to town. Nope. Nope, okay, I can't do anything about that still, actually. Okay, well, I guess I will go back. There's nothing else to do in this area, currently. I wonder if I can do anything about that crystal now that I have a light ring. I forget if there's anything I can do in there. I don't think there is. I think it's literally just the statues. Was there something up with the fountain? Actually? Hold on. Enter. I don't remember what was up with the fountain. Fountain. Dark haze. Calling for something. Ah, my coin! You pull out the coin you found and toss it in the water of the fountain. The coin disappears with a subtle splash. The water then fizzles for a moment, quickly returning to a lifeless state. Surely this must mean something. Or I have just entirely lost my coin. I hope I didn't throw a coin in there for no reason. I really hope I didn't throw my coin in there for no reason. Because that was my only coin. And I probably have no way to get another coin. So I hope that was not important. Go right. I don't like the sound design right now. I mean, I do. It's good sound design, but I am unnerved. Please tell me this light can do something here. Destroy the stone. Destroy with my light ring! You stretch forth your fist and point the ring at the stone. You can feel a resistance, as if the stone is trying to defend itself. You try to keep hope and focus on the ring. A burst of light shoots out from the ring, penetrating the stone. You feel the very air shake about. The ground beneath your feet begins to vibrate. The ring becomes heavier to hold in place, but you know that it is working. You feel confidence and a sense of joy sweep over you. The light intensifies, nearly blinding you. The ground beneath you shakes violently as if the tower itself was trying to stop you. What little fear in you becomes powerless as you focus on your task. Everything goes white, blinding you completely. A weird sensation comes over you, and you feel as light as a feather. You begin to feel a tingling sensation all over your body as you hone your senses. The feeling suddenly flees your body, and you find yourself motionless. Everything is cold, and your ability to concentrate begins to leave you. You open your eyes, witnessing what is left of the tower. You begin to feel something. Warmth. Light. It is coming back. The unicorn! You lack the strength to talk as the unicorn comes into view. Light emanates from the horn on its head. All you can do is smile as the creature approaches. The light intensifies. You may have saved the land, but the unicorn has come to save you. Your adventure does not end here. I guess that's the end? I'm assuming that's the end, because it said my adventure does not end there. But it shunted me out. It didn't pre-save for me. So I'm guessing that's all there was to it. Well, thanks for watching. I might play something again in the future. Something else. I don't know what yet. I'll figure it out, I guess. Bye.